One, two, one, two. Let's get this thing started for the Leos and the Leo cross watchers and the people want to know how Leo is playing out in their charts. You're all welcome. Thanks for being here. I have much gratitude for you. And I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated first. Bars. What else? There'll be a website link in my description box if you want some readings, or if you want to join my online mystery school, or if you stuff like that. You can go to the website and see the deets. All right, because I'm trying to shorten my intro. I'm not trying to be a dick for real. What else? It's gonna be a 4-card draw. I ain't gonna hold you too long. Pause. But we're looking for outcomes today. We want some confirmations today, so bear with me. All right. And with that being said, let's get these cards read. Bars. This first card pulled is going to be relative to the Leo energy at hand. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, this next card being drawn is going to be relative to the obstacle. The Moon. This next card drawn is going to be relative to the action recommended to take. The Magician. And this last card is going to be relative to the outcome should you take that advice. The Chariot, but in reverse. In reverse. Three major arcanas out on the board, back to back to back. Nine plus 1 is 10. 1. All right. Yeah, I see the Leo power in this too. I see the Leo energy seeping out into this. So it's like this, right? You may have gotten an offer already about new employment, a new job. This could be a side job. This could be something on the side. This can be offered to you in a form of a negotiation too. Like you may still be in the negotiation stages of trying to get the deets out. No matter what, it's an opportunity. This is actually someone that you can count on who's presenting this idea and this offer to you. All right? But it comes at the expense of you being a DIYer, a do-it-yourselfer. So don't get it confused, because the obstacle is the Moon here, which can deal with confusion. You may be under some misconception of some sort, so I would say to definitely read the fine print, whatever contract is going to be presented to you. Don't be disillusioned with what it is that you're taking on or what the task is going to be. So again, like I said, if this person presents this message to you and they're like, yeah, you're going to have support, you're going to have help, they're lying. But like I said, this person is going to be reliable, so I doubt they present themselves to you in that type of way. Doubt that. But what I'm also picking up on is if you feel insecure about this position, because this person sees it in you, pause, because that's crazy. Or they see it on you, that's crazy too. Pause. But they do. Now, if you don't see the same thing, that's an obstacle. All right? So you may have some type of programming in your mind. If you get some type of programming in your mind that just pops up out of nowhere that makes you believe that you can't do it, you got to be careful of that. All right? Now, the action recommended is saying to do it. This is a DIY table, the Magician card. That's what DIY is about. Like, this signifies, this embodies what do-it-yourself is and what it means. This would be you stepping into your power, your creative power to take action. And not for nothing, I get like how the Moon is hovering above in the obstacle card to where you may not know what the next step is. Stepping into this power of the magician with the candle held high is a representation of, yeah, I know the moon was blocking out everything that I needed to see, but I possess the light in my hand nonetheless. And I'm going to guide the way. I'm going to lead the way. It takes a lot of willpower to actually do this. But this is a Leo reading. There's also a number 1 card. 1 is associated with the sun, etc., etc. But even more, 1 and 8 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. Still goes back to the 1. But it's not over. Should you take this job or this new employment, this side gig, whatever it is, right? Should you do it and you embody that magician energy, right? Be prepared to be egotistical to the second power. And the reason why I say that is because the Chariot in reverse is the outcome should you take that action. So when I see the Chariot in reverse, I see forcefulness. If someone tells you no, it doesn't mean no. And please don't take that in the, don't take nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it can be like unharnessed energy. And it's going to come from utilizing the resources that are at your disposal. So it's like when you're an entrepreneur, and let's say you start with a sole proprietorship instead of a corporation with the board of directors, and let's say you don't start it like top down like that. You're going to start off like this, and this is going to encourage you to hit the floor running, taking what you have and making something out of nothing, right? Which can be done successfully. You can do bottom-up stuff and be successful at it. But what's going to happen is the more success that you see, from your first sale to your 100th sale, it's going to boost that ego up here through the roof. You understand? Because you're going to see the power of manifestation. And I don't know, I don't have the history or the background that you come from. I don't know if you've been doing DIY stuff before or self-employment before, but that feeling is like a rush of adrenaline. It really does pump you up. Pause. But it does. And I'm seeing here, again, if you embody that energy and you take on that magician force, you know exactly what I'm picking up on? It's like being self-employed, right? So sometimes people who are self-employed, they brag about it or they boast about it or they say it in a type of way that others should be proud of them. And don't get me wrong, it is something to be proud of if that's what you set out to do and you accomplish that, right? But what happens when you become self-employed is you reach a point, and this is exactly what I'm picking up on, you reach a point to where so many jobs are now in the fold, to where you got to take off this hat, put on that hat, take off that hat, put on this hat, and you just, hats everywhere. Then the next thing you know, you're working over 40 hours a week. You're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And guess what? When you're a DIYer, that doesn't translate to money all of the time because it's not salary. It's not corporate. You understand what I'm saying? Well, at least not yet, because you're self-employed. This is a solo thing, right? So you don't even have the workforce to delegate those responsibilities. All right. And again, just because you're switching hats doesn't mean it's sales, doesn't mean it's translating to sales. So you could be hella busy, be hella productive, but it doesn't mean that it's going to translate into sales at that very moment. You now need a workforce. You now need other people. And that's what I'm picking up here. That's what the Chariot in reverse is here. Now, this can bring you abundance, though, because the 1 and the 7 is going to equate to 8, which is an abundant number. But you're going to run into many obstacles. that an ego must be healthy in order to overcome and override. With that being said, I'm out.